Hi guys, welcome to the Katchup podcast. I'm Vicky.
And I'm King John.
In today's episode, we are doing a reaction video.
Well, a couple reaction
videos. So there's been this big story on the socials about this social experiment, like couples counselling social experiment, where these two couples go for mediation, and I guess they hash out their differences, discuss their issues. So I've seen episode 1. You've seen half of episode 1.
Yeah.
Obviously there's some more episodes, so this is us reacting, discussing. We're gonna keep pausing and discuss the topics as we go along. So stay tuned, and here we go.
So would you want to watch episode 1 first?
Yeah.
You watch it again?
Yeah.
So this is a re-reaction to episode 1, and then we're gonna react to episode 2.
Yeah.
Just to like remind us what this is all about.
Ourselves, yeah.
Right. Where do you want me to put it? Let me move my meat pie.
Myself and my boyfriend have been going through a lot lately.
Okay, so I didn't see this bit.
Really hanging in.
No, you didn't see the beginning bit.
I didn't see the beginning bit.
Are we on camera? Can you see us on camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
You made me wanna melt. I've been with my partner for 3 years now. Just like everyone else, we've had our ups and downs. You know, things happen. But coming to therapy
Paul.
with a camera
Yeah,
for
Paul.
some social
Paul and
experiment,
Shioma.
it's a red flag, to be fair. And
Coming to therapy is a red flag,
she
he
knows
said?
my perspective on this. I prefer we go to a church and we sit down with a pastor in a corner. But
This is the bit you were telling me about. See, I didn't see all of this. I've only seen
You
like
missed the intro.
parts of it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the intro
you
bit.
know, us getting to this extent where we're actually here for a social experiment, it doesn't make sense. I think it's gonna go south. Like, I'm 90% sure, but at the end of the day, I'll just say, look, I told you so.
You shouldn't come just with that.
Negative
You shouldn't be
mindset.
going in there with the, when this goes south, I'm just gonna say I told you so. That's a
And
negative.
bad mind already.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like you're hoping it goes wrong just so you can say I told you so.
Yeah.
Why would
You
you?
can stand in that position.
Yeah. Why would you bet your whole relationship?
Yeah.
On
And how is
one-
going to counselling a red flag? Like,
I mean, let's be honest. That is it. I don't fault him for thinking that way, but I do. It's 50-50.
why?
In the black community, that you already know that's therapy, anything to do with mental health or that kind of stuff is sort of like taboo, is frowned upon.
Yeah.
So that's where that's coming from. It has a what's the word? Not stereotype. What's the word? It has a stigma.
Yeah.
Therapy has a stigma.
Yeah, but he seems like a young guy, clued on guy. Why? I still don't get it. For it to be a red flag, like your partner is saying, we need to go and discuss our issues with a third party,
Yes.
and maybe they can help us.
Now, but you gotta
Move
see
forward.
his response to that was, I'd rather go to my pastor. That already, for me, that already signals how he was raised. So he's always, whenever he's had conflict or anything he wanted to get off his chest, he would go to his pastor. And that's not really a bad thing, because that's a form of counseling, right?
Yes.
But at the same time,
There's limitations. There's only so much a pastor can advise, and
because there's also
and strategies.
there's also that spiritual
Yeah.
aspect to it that can maybe, and I'm not speaking now on spirituality or religion, but you just want it to be, I prefer it being just without any bias.
Exactly. Hard facts.
Hard facts,
truths.
hard truths. I don't want faith, I don't want spiritual beliefs.
Tell it how it
Just
is.
tell me how it is.
Yeah.
That's what I would prefer.
Yeah.
But clearly he would prefer something otherwise. But still, it's like, don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah. Give it a fair shot.
Give it a fair shot, especially if this is something your partner is recommending.
Sorry, before you play, my question is, how much notice did he have before attending this therapy session? Because, another side is like, okay, maybe he was like you know, just thrown in the deep end. We're doing this next week. It's this, not giving much information. So maybe that's another angle he's coming from.
It seems like he hasn't been given enough time to prepare to even like
process whole
the
thing, what
thought
it
of
means.
like therapy, what therapy means, the good of part of. I've never been to therapy.
No, me neither.
I'd love to. I'm open to it, but I know that it has its pros more than it has its cons. So I don't think that he's been exposed to that information. Also, maybe that's where he's coming from. Yeah.
Okay. But still, as if your partner says let's try something, at least go with an open mind. Try it out.
Once you agree to it, yes.
Yeah, you've agreed. It's not by force. You didn't have to come.
You don't agree to it and then turn around and say I told you, and then hold it in your mind
Waiting
to
for
say yes.
destruction. Yeah.
This is the moment I'm going to say I told you so. Like.
Yeah, no.
This is your relationship. My whole thing is, why are you gambling your relationship on wanting to be right?
Exactly.
If you being wrong means that your relationship survives, you should be happy to be wrong, because I would think that your relationship is the most important thing in this equation right here.
Hello. Hi, Denise.
Okay, I see what you were saying.
Come in, sit down.
See, all of this I didn't see.
How was the traffic? Terrible.
Oh,
Over here. We made it.
My name's Denise and I'm your therapist today.
Have you ever been to therapy before? Never. We've never been. I did go online. I read how important it is about, having premarital therapy, counselling, and I do believe myself and Paul are in dire need of some help. I wouldn't say
She said that Paul with some spice, boy.
But at the end of the day,
You know what, when black women do this,
and I'm not entirely happy.
Did she do the mouth? I didn't see the mouth.
it was like a half mouth, half neck turn, like a half head flick. I mean, Paul.
Expectations.
She didn't even like point to him. She
Literally, I have no idea. I'm curious to find out.
Okay, that's great. Well, it's great that you're here. So, shall we start?
So, of course, this isn't my first time on camera. I'm very comfortable in front of the camera. I understand Paul isn't. I didn't bring him here to embarrass him, though. This is kind of like shock therapy. It might shock him into kind of seeing that we need help, that we've actually got problems within our relationship.
I'm going to ask Gemma to just start us off. What would you like to start off with?
Body language.
I love you. You do know that, right? And I feel as though we've got different views of life. So to me, Paul is very image. He puts too much emphasis on how people perceive us as a couple, how he's perceived as an individual and how I'm perceived as an individual. Currently in our relationship, we're doing a lot of patching instead of really like fixing the issues.
Okay, Paul. Do you feel the same way?
I'm literally blown away. Like, I haven't even heard this before. Do you want to give more context to what you're actually saying? Because I'm a tiny bit.
Okay. Paul, for example, has a lot of friends. He has affluent friends. He feels that he has to fit in, which he might fit in as friendship, but when it comes to finances, he doesn't necessarily fit in. So if we're looking at percentage-wise and when they go out and what they spend, they can afford it. We can't. But Paul will do it anyway. And then he'll spend the next week or two chasing the bag he's blown, which now leaves me in a deficit of love. So there's neglect going on in our household.
All right, so we literally just got here. Like, we haven't been here for 5 minutes. Trauma's talking about finance to the bloody Denise, someone that we don't even know. Now, first of all,
the bloody Denise.
That's out there.
The bloody. Okay, that's just
My guy
uncalled for.
said to the bloody Denise. Wait. Yeah. wait. But wait, there was a bit there where she lost me. She said he goes and he blows the bag, and then he's chasing the bag, which leaves her
in a deficit of love.
She said deficit of love.
Yes.
So my question is,
what does that mean? Like,
what does that mean? She needs to
specify. Does she mean that he's gone so much that he's neglecting her emotionally, physically, whatever? Like, it's a bit of
a blanket statement.
Yeah.
But let's see.
With multiple accounts, crypto accounts, high interest accounts that's gonna sit down and show his girl his balance. So she doesn't even know the financial situation first.
That's nonsense.
Okay. I know where that's coming from.
But it's nonsense.
Of course,
Okay, there is a percentage of males who will obviously do secret stuff. But if you've chosen a partner and you're riding with this person and you're saying it's me and you forever against the world, why are you keeping secrets?
Because clearly
He doesn't trust that this is a real relationship.
Exactly. It's
That's a red flag right there, Maggie.
okay. I think you're riding too hard here. You're being a little biased because it's a dude saying it.
It's early days.
You're going a little too
I might
hard
change
on
my
him.
tune.
You know what I mean? So chill. Yes, he doesn't trust her, but they're both in a relationship. If there's lack of trust on either side, they're both to be blamed. That's the truth. So I don't know what she's doing, what impression she's giving him to where he can't show her his crypto account. All right, you know what I mean? But you've got a point. I agree.
But you're only going on what's presented.
And also, I know where he's coming from. Also, I don't think it just has. It's just he's come to this conclusion based on their relationship.
It's previous experiences.
It's previous experiences. It's probably something he's been taught as a young man. Things he's witnessed. There's kind of built and compounded that belief of you don't show a woman everything. This is not the first time I'm hearing this. Even I heard that.
I've heard it before.
Even I've heard that growing up as a young man.
on a side of women.
Yeah.
Don't share
It's not
everything with
everything
your
you
man.
tell
It's
your
not
man.
everything for your guy.
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah.
So you already know.
Yeah.
But hang on, let me just let Paul speak regarding the image and the going out and chasing the bag, as Shomi just said.
You know what's interesting? I actually think she's right. But let me break it down for you. I'm happy and I'm humble enough to be the brokest man in a room full of millionaires.
Do you know why?
Do you know why?
Okay.
Do you know who would have the most?
Alright, wait. First off, yeah, I need you to reduce your smoke, the smoke that you have built up for Paul.
There's no smoke.
You sound like
with
you want smoke with Paul, man.
No, I want none of his smoke. Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like you want beef. What's your beef with Paul, man? Just wait. Don't even answer that. Let's get some context.
Let me drink my tea.
So
I need to refresh because I've forgotten everything we watched.
Actually, grow my income basically.
He's taking the whole fake it till you make it to another extent, because at the end of the day, I'm not naive to know that you are treated how you're perceived. However, be yourself. With the whole spending above your means, should I say, yes, we can afford it. I'm not saying we can't, because he's the first person to speak about finances and we need to save and we need to do this and we need to do that. But as much as, I purchase nice things, Paul does a lot of the spending. And in the past, we've had situations where he's invested and there's been no returns. So I don't feel like I need to suffer at the expense of his investing and putting himself in positions to get deals when not all the time it works out. And
I need your input there, because you were bringing all the male smoke.
No, she's wrong for this.
You were coming with all the male smoke.
Okay, can I talk?
Wait, can I get my
You said
monologue
fake
out?
smoke.
Yeah, you're bringing all the beef because he's a man and he's saying whatever. So I need you to speak to what the female just said, because you said a few males have this perspective. So now a female has expressed her
Oh my
perspective.
god. You want people to fire you in the comments.
You said male just then. What, you're allowed to say male? I can't say
Yes,
female?
That's right. No, on this part, I didn't agree, because it's not everything, it's not every choice, not every decision that you make that will turn out in your favor. Even if you have the best foresight, the best this, the best that, your things can still flop. So if he's making these decisions, I'm hoping, like, they're in a relationship, so he's making it for their betterment and to secure their future moving forward. Then she needs to support that, whether he's winning or losing. It's not just if he's winning, that's when you're happy, you're praising him. Nah, you have to be there for your partner, good and bad.
She said, I don't see why I should suffer.
What are you suffering?
Due to his investing.
Air quotes.
She did the air quotes.
Nah. That's an insult right there.
Remember her opening statement was, I didn't bring him here to embarrass him.
But an embarrassment.
You see what I'm saying? You're just talking down on the man's efforts to build
A future for you and your
for
family.
both of you. And she said, I don't see why I have to suffer. She didn't say why we
have
to suffer.
Yeah, she's very inwards.
Very, forget inwards, very for self.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We're together. Do you know what I mean? We're in a relationship. We're not business partners. So I'm suffering.
No, if you're in a, she's contradicted
pause
herself
that.
because I'm suffering, but we're in this together. So, isn't it? We are suffering. Make it make sense, I beg.
She said, we're not business partners. We're in a relationship, right? I don't know what their plans are for the future, but if they're planning to build a family, they need to approach the family
As a business.
as a business to a certain degree. Do you see what I mean? But we'll come back to that point.
For nothing.
Do you feel that it's an equal situation?
She just said she's suffering for nothing. Okay. So am I nothing?
That's not what I said. It's like
Yo,
you're comprehending.
I'm not laughing at his pain, but I felt his pain. That he let out an exhale. I went, she said she's suffering for nothing. So am I nothing? You know, that question seems like he's...
Which one? Am I nothing?
Yeah. Seems like he's taking it out of context, but he's really not taking it out of context when he's saying that. When he's saying, am I nothing? He doesn't necessarily mean him. He means his efforts. That's what he's referring to. And I'm not here doing man defender. No, I'm just telling you, like, that's the way I'm interpreting what he's saying.
This is why we're here, because anytime I bring up at home, he dismisses it.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not comprehending what I'm saying.
Okay.
I've literally just explained it.
Yeah. Okay, look.
Out of everything I said, you got that bit. Like, Paul's, he takes what he wants to take, he hears what he wants to hear, and he sees what he wants to see.
I'm not dismissing it right now, right? We're having a conversation. I don't know you from anywhere, but you're here. Let's have a conversation, right?
Okay.
So when we first started dating...
He didn't need to do that.
That's disrespectful.
But the therapist just caught a stray bullet from the exchange. That's all it is. He has nothing against the therapist per se, but because now he's getting into his defensive bag.
He's got his back up.
He's got his back up. His ego's hurt. His feelings are hurt. Like, so it's like, okay, now I'm just
Anyone's getting it.
I'm just blasting it. You know what I mean?
It's still rude though. Wrong is wrong.
No, wrong is wrong. That was rude. Was unnecessary.
There's no excuse for it.
I'm not making excuses. You know what?
She was happy with, the drive, the ambition, me taking, calculated risk here and there and gaining rewards. She's the first person to come and, say, oh, congratulations, babe, let's celebrate together. But then I've actually kept the same energy.
What did I say?
And now it seems like she doesn't really have the same energy. So who is the person that's falling off?
Okay, so in other words, I'm a hater.
Well,
she accused him of not comprehending when she speaks. She didn't understand where he was coming from. That's not a hater. He's saying that you're only in for the ride when it's going good. That's what he's saying. It's not necessarily hating. You're not loyal, I guess, is probably the adjective.
Yeah.
Right? That's what he's saying. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just, listen, we're just watching.
Say it.
When we finish, I'll give my...
Because I still would celebrate your wins.
no, that's true, but the only thing is...
But you console my losses.
So literally, I have access to a good number of private members.
That was a hard bar.
So my point is, you're putting too much emphasis on the way they see you. Why is that? You're supposed to be impressing me, not them.
So the type of people that I deal with, they're on another level, to be fair. They're high net worth and they work really hard for themselves. Now, for me to be able to kind of be that act of service for them, you can imagine how hard I have to.
Yeah, you okay?
If they're calling you, you need to answer. If they're sending you a message, whether it's a text or WhatsApp, listen, you need to be on point. I'm able to give them that service.
I'm on my way for this social
Pause
experiment. I'm
before
quite
they start the
excited.
next one.
I'm happy.
Sorry, Chioma and Paul are coming across very materialistic. Don't get me wrong, I'm materialistic, I'm shallow, all of these things as well. But you see, in life, you got to create balance in it. And I feel like they've leaned so much to one side that
That
the other
they've left the
they've
other side.
neglected the other side
Yeah.
completely. You can pretty much see where they pay the emphasis when it comes to them, when it comes to life individually. And of course, they've brought that now to the relationship. But what I'm seeing here is that one person has now decided that they have a different vision for how the relationship should go all of a sudden. And the other is left the other person a little bit, it's taken them by surprise. It's blindsided them a little bit.
Yeah, maybe they don't communicate and update each other when they're feeling that, you know, they want to, they feel changes happening in their relationship, you know, both personally and as a couple. Because, you know, obviously Chioma is a lady. And, you know, you get in a relationship, it sounds like they've talked about the future and whatever. So obviously that's playing more on her mind, that, okay, marriage is on the cards, children probably will be on the cards. So that, you know, maternal wife instinct is starting to kick in. So the emotional side of that is playing a part.
So you would describe Chioma as maternal? You're getting, when you hear Chioma speak, you get maternal?
Who am I to judge how somebody
No. I'm not saying.
maternal?
Okay, clearly we don't know them.
We don't know.
We're just going. We're going off of this piece of information that's been put out there.
Yeah.
Listen,
She definitely
there's no-
wants marriage. I don't know about kids. He's
there's-
spoken about kids, or he will go on to speak about kids.
There's no facts here.
She hasn't brought up kids.
What we're saying is not facts.
Yeah.
This is just our opinion, isn't it? You think you sense maternal from her. Maternal meaning what? She wants to be nurturing to someone, nurturing to kids, right? Okay. What?
You do not?
No. But I could be wrong.
Okay, so now it's moved on to the second couple. Let's carry on.
That Jamel is using this initiative and wants us to be part of this. There's a few things that I do want to get off my chest, so it will be nice to speak to Jamel, speak to the therapist, and I'm excited.
Oh, that's good.
So my partner's running late, I apologise.
Whose idea to come to the session was it?
It was Jamel's idea, but I'm open to it. I'm excited. You know, I want to see where we can take our relationship, because we are, you know, we've been together a year now. So I don't actually understand how
that's
Jamel
funny.
is late. He's the one that has brought me to this whole thing,
Jamel.
and you're late. I'm sitting
Come
here,
on,
I don't know
late.
the lady, I look very stupid, and Jamel is late.
Here he is.
Sorry, I'm late.
Was the traffic bad?
Sort of. Yeah.
He's coming defensive already.
Why set it up though? Why? It sounds like he's the one who decided to do this
Yes.
or instigated it.
Yeah. Because he clearly cares about her and their relation. I think that's something that we should recognize.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Then leave your ego at the door.
Just
Or that. I don't know what the right word is.
Defensiveness. What, like pride?
Ego, pride.
Okay, let's not overanalyze it just yet. Let's watch it. Come on.
Well, you're here now, so that's all that matters. Can I just start by asking you what brought you here and how long have you been together?
Should I take that?
No, ladies first.
We've actually been together for a year. I met Jamel at one of his fitness events. So
What are you hoping to achieve by the end? What's your goal coming to therapy?
I think to actually set some foundations and obviously blossom from this beautiful relationship that we've got. We started great. Relationships do have rocky parts, but it's nothing too big, I guess, to get over.
Just looking into your background, have you had many relationships?
this actually is my first relationship, but I have obviously dated in the past. But yeah, this is my first relationship, and
Yeah, going strong a year.
Her face. You see that little sulky smile on her face?
No, why?
Yeah, going strong, yeah.
Things are going well, though.
I don't know, I just didn't get confident from that.
To an
Confidence
extent,
from that.
I think there's a lot that we need to work on. An example of today is Jamal's lateness. I work a 9 to 5, he does fitness, so our timetables already clash. But whenever we plan to go on like date nights or we go to church together every 2 weeks, he's always late. When I address him, he's unable to communicate and explain like why he's late or give me a heads up for being late. So yeah, that's a problem.
He's like, here we go.
He's always late when it
Told
comes to
you, he
something
came
that
in
we're
there.
doing. I don't feel like he respects my time. I don't think Jamal has ever been late to a client's Zoom meeting, but why is it when it's Deborah time, he's late?
My time management is not the issue. I feel like it's more down to communication. There's been several times.
Do you communicate that you're going to be late?
Of course.
What about last week when you were supposed to come to my house?
Yes, we changed the time before then. So, Denise, this is the situation. So, originally the time was for 8 p.m. Then I realised I double booked with another client. So I gave her that up.
Yeah, that's already an issue. We had pre-planned.
Why isn't she letting him talk?
Because she wants to say what she wants to say.
And he wants to say what he wants to say. She's had the floor this whole time. Can you just let the man actually speak?
We had pre-planned that we were going to meet up because as of recent, we haven't been seeing each other as often because Jamal's taken on more clients.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
But we had pre-agreed that we were going to see each other on this particular day. Why are you double booking?
Things happen. Like, I do have clients across the pond.
Can I just ask a question? When you are going to be late, do you communicate that? Do you let him know? No.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Okay, so the last time we invited me to have dinner, I communicated with you.
He told me 5 minutes before the time that he was going to be late. That's inappropriate.
Deborah just always complaining about me being late. Like, she just feel like she's been controlling. Like, she doesn't take consideration of my time, where I'm coming from, what I'm doing before. She just wants to set the time and expects him to get there. They ain't gonna run.
Just for the record, how would you like him to change? At the end of the day, I like his
Oh,
drive.
they're back to...
That's kind of why we're together.
Sure, man,
My
Paul.
point is, there needs to be a balance. I'm happy for you to grind. I'm happy for you to do all the things you do. But again, we're in a relationship. The problem with you is you think we're business partners. We're not. I need love as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got a business, I work, but I still feed you, I still love on you, but I don't get it's not reciprocated.
So hang on, Paul, do you feel that you're giving as good as you get in the love stakes?
Yeah, I like Denise.
Yeah,
In the
I thought
love...
I did. But now I'm thinking to myself, like, does she trust, do you trust me?
What?
Yes or no?
I do trust you.
Okay. If you trust me and you trust my judgment and you know that between the both of us, we both got ourselves to the position where we are, which is a better position than we were in, why would you not continue to trust the process?
Because you've eradicated the whole love aspect of our relationship.
Ah.
I'm a woman. I'm not wood.
Man said,
I've got heart.
Now this is the problem that I have with women, right? Like,
Tell him.
for example, with Trauma and I, when we first started, she knows I'm hardworking. I was doing X, Y, Z, what I had to do, okay? Everything was fine. She was happy I've got a hardworking guy, okay, hug, kiss, okay, cool. Nowadays, when I'm coming back late, the same person's complaining, asking me where am I coming from? And I'm thinking, what? Fair enough, I don't work overtime and I'm doing other things on a different level, but I'm the same
On one
person,
level.
so why would you question it?
Can I just ask,
You know what, yeah?
What's going on here?
What's going on is one person speaking Spanish, the other speaking French. No, but you know what, yeah? I thought he's built his whole mind frame on his ability to provide. I think he's very he pays a lot of emphasis to that because the minute he still hasn't gotten over the attack that she launched on when she said the thing about the investing.
Yeah.
That's still I
Stinging
can tell
him.
that's still stinging him. That's why he's still asking, oh, you don't trust my decision,
judgment.
my judgment. That's what he's still referring to. Meanwhile, she has moved on and she's pretty much keeping the same energy about the lack of love. But that little sting, he's still holding on to that.
So he's not hearing about the love part of it.
because at the moment, yeah, she has said things that's hurt his feelings. So that's all. That's kind of put up this
Shield.
this shield, this wall, and he's still like, rah. So she thinks I'm a loser because a couple of my investments didn't go a
Flopped.
certain way.
Yeah.
It flopped. Now that, to someone who pays a lot of emphasis to their ability to provide, it's not going to be easy
Yeah,
to.
it's a big injury.
It's a big injury. It's a big injury. Like, yeah, like she could say whatever right now. She could say, "You don't touch me right" or whatever, and he's not hearing that. But you see that thing she said about the investing.
But isn't that a pride thing? Like, can't he put that pride aside and actually hear what his woman is saying?
It's not a pride thing.
It is a little bit. It's a little bit of
Yes,
ego
okay,
bruising.
yeah. It is, sorry to cut you. It is a pride thing because he takes pride in his ability to provide. Yes, and like he said, we got ourselves to this point here. Honestly, I don't know his background, but he sounds like someone that didn't come from much, and sometimes once you start getting your own pee, you're chasing the bag, you're making the bag. It becomes like a sense of pride to you. Like, yeah, I came from
of
nothing
course.
and I'm making something out of myself. But life is about balance also. So when you pay too much emphasis to that, you start lacking in other departments as well. And maybe that's what's going on here.
Do you think he's being present for her emotionally?
Clearly not. But you know what? Yeah, I feel like that was enabled at the beginning of the relationship. I feel like
So it's her fault.
I'm not saying it's her fault. It's their fault because when they were dating or when they were trying to be this power couple, right? I don't think there was any. She was talking all this love talk then. That's why he's all.
The emphasis was on, oh, you're such a go-getter, you're such a, you know.
They've said it all here.
Yeah.
The emphasis was
You've got
on.
such drive, I admire your motivation, this
Yeah.
one, that one.
Maybe now she's growing as a woman, right?
Maybe that is, she's maturing.
And she's maturing.
Obviously, she's ahead of him in terms of
Maturity.
Yeah.
Of course you would say that, but
what women
anyways.
generally are anyway, but
Yes, true.
as you develop
but-
in your relationship, one person gets there before the other one usually.
True, but you didn't mention this to this brother, right?
We don't know that she didn't mention it.
From what he's saying,
But he could be talking B.
she could be talking as well.
Okay, someone might be talking crap.
Someone might be talking crap, but now he seems surprised that she's all about the love. I feel like maybe she went into this a little misguided about how relationships should go.
Okay.
Hence why she chose him as a partner, and the same thing goes for him.
Okay.
They weren't looking at love as a foundation to start with. She was looking at his ability to provide.
Okay. That was her number one pointer, I guess.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. This thing is how do you say? It's built in us. It's innate, ingrained in us from jungle days and for the
nature and
caveman
nurture.
days. So it's like you go for the biggest, fiercest warrior hunter, carpenter who could build a house or a hut.
Yeah. So on and so forth.
So on and so forth. Is he tender? Is he loving though? That's when the wahala starts to happen. When that doesn't come into it. You go into it thinking, yes, that's what it's all about. I don't know who was guiding her. I don't know. I'm not attacking her character, attacking her, but it seems like that's what she was going for because.
And him too. He clearly.
And him too.
Also, if he's so like what he said about reaching out to his pastor instead of coming to this therapy session.
Yeah.
You would have thought he would have had some sort of influence about spiritually about you know, being more in tune, emotionally in tune with your woman? Why has that?
You reckon?
Yeah, why has it slacked?
Maybe his pastor hasn't given him that,
Then
or whatever
so why
father
does he wanna
figure
go
he's
to the
had in his
pastor?
life.
Well, they just
Haven't given him that advice also, because it will sound like I'm trying to shoot him some bail here. I don't agree with that way of thinking, don't get me wrong, but I feel like if you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone, the first thing you should be looking at is, are we compatible love-wise? Like, do I love this person? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, because you have to spend the rest of
you're
your
forever with somebody.
Do you know what I mean? Is this person my best friend? Can we talk about every single thing and not feel away about it? Like, I won't feel judged or whatever the case may be. Also, then you start talking about our morals and how we see life. Are they these
Your
things
virtues,
are virtues?
values,
Are they
yeah.
are values? Do they align? Do you know what I mean? Now you can start thinking about, okay, how are we gonna feed ourselves?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes, because love can fuel anything, to be honest. Like, the guy, you might meet the guy, he's not that ambitious. If he loves you enough, he'll find that ambition just because of you, and vice versa. Like, the love is what's going to cause you to inspire, you inspire something in that person to want to be better.
Yeah.
So I feel like the love is definitely the foundation to start with, and then you build on that. And
So they've done it the wrong way around.
I feel they've done it the wrong way around. They've done it as, he's like, listen, I'm trying to build an empire. What
What
can you
you
bring?
trying to
What
do?
are you trying to do? What are you bringing to the table? You got a business? All right, cool. I've got this
I've
business.
done this,
Blah blah
yeah.
blah. And she's looking at him like, rah, I would never go broke beside him. I'm gonna, he's gonna provide. He's driving. We're gonna la 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 la. She's gone into it. I don't know how many years they've been together. 3 years or whatever.
Yeah.
In those 3 years, she's matured a little bit because maybe I don't know. We learn by observation as well. She's observed other relationships.
Yeah, her peers.
Her peers, they're getting some things. So they're getting some things. They might not be getting the trinkets and all of this other stuff, but they're getting other things, and they seem quite happy. So she's thinking, wow,
Why am I
there's
missing that?
fulfillment in that too. Why am I missing out on that? So now she wants to add that to the equation,
Mix, yeah.
and it's not
And
fitting.
he's not there yet.
He's not there yet because his values and all of that stuff are in a whole nother space.
Whole other lane, yeah.
His values are, you know what? As long as I'm bringing in the bacon,
That's all that matters.
that's all that matters. I actually understand that mentality, because he's probably thinking, if I was a bum, she wouldn't want me. You know what I mean?
Then it's not real love because it's for a price.
Is that, but that's not really.
So what's really what does love really mean to you? Like, how do you equate love? Like,
clearly he equates love to
money and finance and status. Because if she was also saying the bit about faking till you make it, he'll go and spend money so he doesn't lose face in front of the people that he's
that
around.
bit there I don't agree with. Your hustle,
part?
that part where she's talking about fake it till you make it, la 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 la. Your hustle's your hustle. Like, you got with him when doing this, right? And if this is what he has to do to put the bacon on the table, you shouldn't criticize that, because she celebrates his wins though, while he's buying the 10K bottles and saving face. When he comes back winning,
You're happy.
you're happy. It's the days when he comes back losing,
Yeah, then
it's
you're
a
feeling
problem.
neglected.
That's why I don't agree with that whole thing that she's saying there. Like, if the focus is lack of love, focus on lack of love. Don't attack what the man's doing to put food on the table.
Yeah, and like she even said, like, he will make up for it.
There you go.
So it's not like he's leaving you in a financial deficit.
Exactly. So if it's an emotional deficit, that's the problem. Focus. Speak on that. And you know what? I reckon that he would listen more if she actually praised his efforts where his emphasis lies.
Yeah.
So if she wasn't downing his efforts to provide, he wouldn't be downing her cry out for emotional
attention, for help.
fulfillment.
Yeah.
That's where the clash is happening. You know what I mean? If she started out saying he's hardworking, he's a good provider, is this, that, the only thing I want from him
Is
this.
so.
He wouldn't now start being defensive and saying, so you don't trust the process. Like, I got us this far. Like, he's now speaking a whole nother language.
Exactly. You change the script, you change the game, blah, blah, blah.
Like, so, but anyways.
So the last loving thing you did for
No, Denise?
Yeah, Denise.
Look, we're not going to play the whole turn each other against each other. When's the last time you bought flowers? Look, forget about
Told
that.
you, defensive.
Let's get down to what it is now. Just to briefly go over this, right? As far as I understand, you've been called, or employed rather, to basically help us in our relationship to get better, right? Okay. So, how do you think you're doing so far?
Don't be rude.
It's a genuine question.
That's uncalled for.
It's a genuine question.
Yeah.
I cannot.
I'm not impressed. That's mega rude.
He feels like he's being ganged up against. This is back to that defensiveness.
Still wrong.
He
but
feels
yes.
like he has been
Put in a
belittled in front of Denise by his partner. So it's like, you know what, this is
You two, you're getting
you're
it.
getting it. Like, she's just catching stray bullets. She's catching stray bullets, man. That's it. Let's go, man.
Your success rate in terms of like couples that have been to your therapy sessions and have gone on to
Chima wants to die.
Well, I think you've already done your research.
I did research and I found out that a lot of people gave you good reviews.
Why didn't she share that research with him?
A lot of them have.
Also, this is a social experiment, so maybe it was like,
said-
one person should know more than the other person.
Because she says shock therapy. So I guess for him
Exactly.
to be shocked, he'd need
There's-
to be he'd need to be, how do you say it? Be in the dark.
dark.
Be in the dark, yeah.
Okay.
So.
People get results from you if they're open-minded.
Babe, she didn't answer the question. What's your success rate? I need percentages. I deal with figures.
I'm afraid I don't work in figures. I work in people, and when
Snap
people
back,
come
Denise.
it's because they're seeing results. So as far as I'm concerned, things are working.
So
I don't work in numbers, I work in people.
You sign up for a certain number of
Yeah.
sessions, and then we discuss whether you need to do.
Chioma is on fire. She just wants to
Very rude,
You
and I
too.
really don't understand why.
Me and Jamal argue all
Okay,
the
back
time
to
about his
Deborah
phone
and Jamal.
social
Deborah and
media.
Jamal.
He's literally
My guy
on social
Jamal.
media. There's this new app called Clubhouse. I don't know if you've heard about it. This guy loves the app so much. I actually wish the app was not invented. I called Jamal after a long day and we haven't spoken for a whole day. And he has Clubhouse in the background. Like, he'd literally call me on his MacBook so that he can have Clubhouse in the background and then we'll have a separate conversation. Like, that's just...
All right, crazy
That's a
question.
bit too
Crazy
much.
question. Do you reckon they fucked the clubhouse in the background?
Do you think that's gonna fly? Absolutely not. Moving on.
How does that make you feel when you've got?
That was a silly, mature
and you're on
question.
the phone as well?
I mean, if I haven't spoken to you all day, like, am I not important? Like, you know that I go bed early, so I'm literally going to take 20 minutes of your time. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But he has to have Clubhouse in the background. He has to be on stage. Everyone has to hear Jamal's voice. Like, it's really not that deep. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that he's craving female attention. I'm not giving him enough attention. This guy always wants to be on stage. What are you chasing? What are you looking for? I don't understand.
It's really not that deep, to be fair, the way she's making it. To be fair, I would describe Clubhouse as like a podcast, really and truly. So I just listen to it as like background noise.
No, you don't. You're always on
Oh.
stage and you always have to make one comment
I'm
or
on
another,
stage, but it doesn't mean I always comment to him.
regardless of the fact
Is
he doesn't listen
Clubhouse
to
All right.
important in your
I'm with, what's her name?
Deborah.
Deborah. I'm with Deborah here. Like, why are you talking to your girl? You got Clubhouse in the background. Like, I'll put on some slow jams, build
Be
up
with
a
your
vibe,
woman, innit?
Build up a vibe, create a little.
If you're not getting to see her that
loving
much,
bubble.
at least, yeah, that time is your time.
Yeah, maybe I'm just old school. I'd be like, babe, hold on, listen to what Teddy says right here.
Okay, now
Yeah, I
everybody's
mean,
got your swag.
listen to what Marvin just said there. That's how I feel about
Okay,
you,
no.
babe.
Okay, don't overdo it, but yes, he should be paying
What?
her time.
If you're gonna have background noise, what would you
Oh,
rather?
of course, I'd rather have music.
music, innit?
Yeah.
Some slow jam.
I said it.
So Clubhouse is less important than me?
No, it's not more important than Clubhouse. That's facts.
I don't really agree.
Man said that's
They say
facts.
it's a safe space, so it's an app full of fun and work, I guess. But I don't think it's about Clubhouse. I feel like Deborah she wants attention, I guess. So her being clingy.
But bro, if she wants attention, shouldn't you be giving her attention though?
I think she's getting a bit jealous, maybe.
How much time do you have?
But that's still something to address.
First started the
Exactly.
relationship, we've seen each other quite often. Obviously,
Read the signs,
times
read the
have
room.
changed and shifted, and obviously our work schedules have gone busy. But now it's...
Do you think you make time for me?
Yes, I do make time for you. As I said, like within reason, within our time schedules. Obviously, she doesn't mind. I've given her my rota.
She's got his rota. Okay.
So just
So he's-
explain to me what a typical working day for you is.
Cool. So obviously, as I said before, obviously I'm across the pond, so I cover 8 different countries. Do you have an issue?
No, but like you keep saying you cover 8 different countries, we get it. Like sometimes you wake up at 6 a.m, sometimes you wake up at, we understand.
There we go. So obviously, I'm in different time zones. I'm in different body clocks, so I do get
Can
time.
Like what you said before, it's about balance. Like if you've both chosen to be in
Yeah.
a relationship,
Yeah.
as much as you wanna,
Finish, yeah.
you know, dedicate time to building your business, building your bankroll, whatever you're doing over here, you've chosen to be with this person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fair that you make the effort. The effort is where I think that's the key word, effort. If you haven't even tried,
But we don't know that they haven't tried.
but something's gonna miss.
My thing is, the initial question I was going to ask is, why is it that they belittle what these men are doing for a living? I don't think that's going to solve this. I get that you're upset that you're not getting,
Yeah.
you know,
but don't down
his efforts to provide for himself and maybe for you,
maybe
like,
for you, yeah.
because if he wasn't doing that, you'd also have a beef with that.
Yeah, there's a way of getting the attention that you deserve and want without stomping on his his pride, his ego.
Like one shouldn't take away
whatever.
from the other. Like you're not, trust me, you're not gonna get results by attacking his ego or like attacking his ego and whatever. Like the way she just kind of scoffed and was like, yeah, we get it,
You've got clients.
You've got clients and this, you're like, that's an achievement.
Yeah.
He's proud of it. That's
Yeah.
why he's talking about it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't trample on that, because guess what? If he was to do that to you, he does not support my efforts.
Yeah, you don't. It's gonna come off as you don't respect.
You don't respect what I do.
What I do. Do you think he's listening to what she's saying?
No.
Is he hearing her?
He's not hearing her. Like they're both the two guys are both in the wrong. I'll be honest with you, because they're not listening to what their partners have to say. Like these ladies are craving love and attention, and they seem to just be focused on
their drive too much.
Their drive to provide.
Solely on that.
Solely to provide materialistic stuff, but you're not providing love and the other stuff, emotional stuff,
and all that.
the organic stuff that should really come naturally.
Easily. And obviously, I'm exhausting a lot of energy. Also, I'm a personal trainer, nutritionist, and a brand marketer.
Do you feel that you make time for Deborah?
Most certainly.
I don't think he does. When we first got together, we were seeing each other up to 3 times a week. Now it's like once every 2 weeks. For me, I don't know if you want to spend time with me or not, but for me, that's like what
I don't know you want to spend time.
Once every 2 weeks. Do you know
Once
what I
every
mean?
2
I
weeks,
love
come
quality
on.
time,
Yeah,
you
what's
know
that?
And at the start of the relationship, that was what was happening. But obviously now there has been a shift, and that is what I don't like.
Okay. So Paul, just give me a little bit.
Even if it's about, obviously, like if your partner's business is picking up and they have to be present in it, especially in the early days. But it sounds like where his job is mobile, sometimes, you know, he can be on a laptop. There's no other time that he's being physically with clients. Even if he's physically there with her, but still working, that's still showing the effort and the desire to want to spend time
So let me pause
with your
you
partner.
there. The other lady, Shoma, had one of her complaints was that her guy
He
brings
brings work
home with him. So it's like he's present, but mentally he's not present with
Yeah,
her.
but there's being at home working and like literally being over there disconnected.
But maybe he needs that full concentration where he can't be cuddled with you and working on the laptop.
Yes, I know. It's not like maybe I don't know. But there's also you know what I'm trying to say.
I know exactly what you're trying to say.
If it's a thing where you're not on a Zoom call, if you're literally doing, you know, figures, because he's a figures guy, he can sit right there.
Okay, you're not gonna keep throwing smoke at my guy Paul, yeah?
Hello, Peter
No.
and Paul. Listen. He's a figures guy, so he can sit there on Excel and she can sit beside him. She says she's got her own business. They can both do business, laptop, and play footsie or whatever. Those are little nuances of love languages. It's not all about being you know, hugged up and loved up.
But let me tell you something.
There's different ways of expressing.
Chioma just discovered her love language.
What did she
After
say her
3
love
years.
language was? She said something. Was it her somewhere? Or am I confusing her something?
Clearly, Chioma's just discovered her love language, because at first her love language was, can you provide? Okay? And his love language was, I provide.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you know what I mean? Now she's speaking a whole nother love language and he's still saying, hell yeah. Clearly. The other two, Deborah and what's the other guy's name?
No.
Anyways, Jamel. Yeah. Boy, I don't even know what to say about them.
They
once
sound
every 2 weeks. Once in 2 weeks?
Every fortnight, so twice a month.
Nah, Jamel.
Yeah, 4 weeks in a month, twice a month.
You've got to do better, man.
Yeah.
But then why are we blaming him? What efforts is she making to see him?
I mean, but if he's busy, then
she can always come around him, go to his training sessions.
But if it allows, we don't know what the situation is.
True.
There with his work and blah blah blah. It's not always possible.
Once every You
can't sustain a relationship.
Seeing them twice a month.
Twice a month.
Of your background, what business you in?
Is he alright? Do you hear this?
I didn't see this part. I didn't see that.
We didn't get this far.
Do you hear this? I didn't see that.
The arrogance. I'm sorry. Do you not see the arrogance of this guy?
I see it, but for some reason,
it's entertaining.
I find him entertaining.
Riding for Paul.
This is the problem that I have, right?
Tell us, Paul.
Denise lady. I just feel like
Denise
she's
lady.
just asking lots of intrusive questions that doesn't really relate to the situation at hand. She's asking me, what do I do? I make money. That's what I do.
I get that to that fetty.
From me. Do you understand?
Okay, please.
For a certain purpose to help
Stop
with
it.
the relationship. Music. I'm a Burna Boy fan. You used to be, but now.
Okay, this argument here is so stupid. It's so childish. You can't change who you like musically. That means now a whole relationship is warped.
Listen, if I'm a Burna Boy fan and you're coming to about Wizkid, that's it, man. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know you're joking, but yeah, no, I didn't agree with this bit.
That doesn't make sense.
She's not wrong when she says, "Oh, he's treating this like a business." Blah blah blah. He should treat it like a business, just not solely like a business. That's my take on it. He's not with this whole lovey-dovey,
one-dimensional type of dude.
Why is it that when I try to describe him in a less biased way, you just come straight cutting down the middle? He's one-dimensional.
Okay,
He's a
I didn't
douche.
do that face.
You might as well.
He is a douche. Anyway.
He's not a douche, man.
Back to Deborah and
He is who he is.
Fitness guy, yeah? Okay, well, fitness instructor, brand manager, because he hates when I don't say it properly, all of that. So I have meetings all day, and so sometimes when Jamel messages me, I can't message him back as soon as. So his timetable, I'll say, is more flexible than mine. I would message Jamel, and then he would message me back, and then, you know, I wouldn't respond in another 2 hours. And I know this guy's on his phone, like I literally saw him on Instagram, but because I had taken ages, because I was busy to message him, he would basically be matching my messages and take another 2 hours to message me. That is so childish. So childish. Like, if Max's mum was doing something, yeah, he would just admit it's not that serious.
If whose man?
Her friend's man.
Boyfriend, we speak a lot.
Oh, okay. Nah, see, this is where I check out. I'm sorry.
She told me that when she addresses the situation, he's able to acknowledge it and he just moves on. Do you know what I mean?
I couldn't care less about your friend's boyfriend, this from that, brother.
Well,
Spill. Breathe. Can you
She
shake?
brought up her best friend's man and compared him and said, if so and so texts her man, la 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 la,
He's quick to respond.
and she even doubled down and said that she said also that he's able to acknowledge when he's. I could give 2 F's.
What somebody man is
your
doing.
so-called best friend's man's acknowledging.
Yeah.
Like, she's
it's none of my.
At this point, she's lost me, man.
No, that's
I'm
inappropriate.
Jamel, like, I'm out. I'm done. Go and marry
Your friend's man.
Your friend's man. You two might go get in a poly situation, because it sounds like you're more fixated with him than do you know what I mean?
Jamal is not liking this. Look at his.
His face, his whole body language.
Don't compare me. Like, I've had enough with your conversation with your friends, talking about our sex life, our family.
Whoa.
Like, this. You need to stop now.
Deborah does this thing that I actually hate. Like, she loves comparing me to other people, other guys. Like, no one likes getting compared to other people. Like, why would you do? I've had this conversation enough times. Honestly, just needs to stop. It pisses me off so much. Like,
Is this quite an influential person in your life? Do they influence you? This friend you're
yeah,
talking
Max is my best friend, so we speak a lot about our relationship. I'm an open person. Like, I'm happy to speak about our sex life. I'm happy to speak about things that we do. Like, I'm happy.
And how does that make you feel, knowing that she's talking to this friend of
it
hers?
just sounds like my girlfriend's a chatty patty. I don't like girls that just be speaking too much. Like, I hear she's your friend, but when it comes to situations that's about myself,
There's
it's my
some things
family
you
life.
keep close.
And then they're talking about
Family life?
yeah, family life.
What's that about your family?
Yeah, so let me just put some context into it. So she spoke about a situation between me and my mother.
Oh my gosh.
We've had a bit.
Are you actually going to bring up that situation
Yeah, I'm
here?
gonna bring it back up.
Okay.
So yeah, me and
Well,
my mum, we have a bit
She's
of
been
a
bringing up whatever it is
Okay.
she wanted to bring up.
here and there relationship sort of
Or
thing.
she
So
felt
got
like
her-
bringing up.
her friend Mansa, and just told her about the situation. I'm thinking it has nothing to do with your friends. It's about
I wasn't telling her, Denise, I wasn't telling her about the situation. I was just telling her how it was affecting me and Jamel. That's what I was saying.
And what's
You weren't telling her about the situation, but you were telling her about how it's affecting you and him.
Yeah.
So, in order to properly describe how it's affecting you guys, wouldn't you also
Give a
give some
backstory.
detail, like just to to show the gravity of the situation and
Yeah.
how it's.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to disclose to a close friend, a volatile situation as that. Like, maybe she was present and, some things were said and she felt offended and she was confiding in a friend. But if you're constantly going back to that friend and talking, private stuff about your partner, then that's uncalled for. Like, regularly, like you said, sex life, this life, that, business, like everything is all out in the open. That's uncalled for.
It's crazy because the friend is also like painting her man to be like the perfect man. Meanwhile, she's complaining. What's this lady's name?
Deborah.
Deborah's no, not Deborah.
Denise. Deborah's the
Deborah.
partner.
Deborah's complaining, saying my partner's this, my partner's
Yeah.
that. Mansa?
Yeah, is a friend.
Mansa is like, yeah, my partner's the best and all of this kind of stuff. I don't know.
It's a way, isn't it?
It's a way. It looks a way. And then now she's coming back and coming back to him with that energy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And she doesn't, like, Mansa could be talking crap about her man. Like, her man could be trash.
Of course.
Just to make herself, you know, look a certain, in a better light. And she's eating it all up, you know? Or maybe, you know, like, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. We already know how some girls can be, yeah? You're telling them all this, your man lays the pipe like this, your man lays the pipe like that, he does this, he does that. She'll be like, okay, cool. She waits for her time in the clutch. Is it in the clutch or in the cut?
Yeah, but no, she's gonna come through in the clutch, but she'll be waiting in the cut.
Exactly. So she'll be like, perfect opportunity. Let me to taste some whatever he's offering.
Some Jamel, yeah.
Some Jamel. Or some Paul. I don't think anybody wants a side of Paul, but anyway.
No, Paul, don't shit on Paul. Paul came through looking dapper, man.
Okay.
Came through
but
looking
his
dapper.
Attitude stinks, so all that goes to shit. Anyway.
Listen,
She just said, like, that you're moving out soon. You know, it's just general chit chat. Like, why do you care?
That's not general chit chat.
But general chit chat. Am I gist?
It's genuine chit chat. You just like,
Man said, am I
crack you
gist? Am I gist? Yeah, you tell me to your gist.
To your gossip. I'm having it.
Am I cool? Are you shade bar now?
Shade bar.
That's the UK shade room.
Yeah.
I literally do not see an issue with telling my best friend about my relationship. Like, it's what girls do. It's what we do. It's how we like to communicate.
Not all guys.
Girl, can you speak to this girl? I'm all ears, girl.
No. A lot of girls do like to overshare, but speaking for myself, no.
What counts as oversharing? What counts as oversharing?
Like details. That's oversharing. Don't need to know that. Why? Are you counselor? Are you psychologist? No.
So letting your friend know how frequently you have sex is
why?
Oversharing.
Yes, that's oversharing. Why do you need to know my schedule?
But
you can say
schedule.
like the hell?
You can say
You can say stuff like, oh, you know, it's not how it used to be, or things have been a little bit slow or whatever, but because of XYZ. But saying, this we did it 5 times today, and then yesterday he didn't give me nothing or whatever. No, like, it's not a figures game.
Yo, you're not gonna let that go, are you? Yo.
With our besties, like, Mansa likes to hear my stories and I like to hear hers. I think Jamel probably has an issue with it.
Of course, Mansa likes to hear your stories. Oh, come on, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There's some friends that will be your best friend solely because they feel like they're doing better than you in life.
Yeah, and you're feeding into that.
And you're feeding into it. You're giving her that fuel. Of course, she likes to hear your stories.
He's not acting right. If he was doing the most now, he knew that I was happy with his behaviour, then maybe he wouldn't mind me telling Mansa.
She said this is her first relationship, right? Clearly, she's naive.
Yeah, she doesn't know a lot.
She's naive. You can't blame the young sister. She's naive.
In this checkup, are you both, as they say, on the same page?
We're on the same page as we've been. We're always on the same page, because all Paul cares about is if our finances have grown, if our savings has grown. Aside from that, if we're still arguing, nothing changes. Do you understand? If it's the point that I'm cleaning up the whole damn house, as well as having a 9 to 5 and a business, nothing's changed. He doesn't have an input in personal stuff. It's just about work. So if it's about working, then I understand, the review works.
So tell me, Paul, before you got involved with Shoma, how did you run your household?
Well, obviously, everything was self-sustainable, self-managed. However, at the end of the day, I think the question that you should be asking Choma is, if she is getting into a relationship with a person like myself, I don't want to say bring it to the table, but...
What am I bringing to the table?
No, I'm not saying that you don't bring anything to the table. I'm saying you need to let her know that there's certain things that are expected when she's receiving, a certain frequency.
Okay, so first of all, I contribute to the bills.
Paul and his frequency, boy.
I
take care of myself. Of course, he buys me things, but I'm going
Of
out
course
to
he
shop
does.
for myself. I'm also taking care of the home. And
I don't get what she means by I'm going out to shop for myself.
I'm bringing a lot.
Who would do shopping for you? Who would shop for you then? I'm confused.
But he's not just buying her
Let's
stuff.
not get confused. I work, okay? Paul does not finance me completely. Does that make sense? Yes,
She ended it with completely.
He doesn't finance me, all right? So if you're talking about me becoming a housewife, clearly, because you're talking about finances and me bringing something to the table, what's wrong with being a housewife? Was that the plan we had when we first met? He used to clean his own house and change his sheets and cook for himself. We just moved in together 6 months ago, and all of a sudden that has now become my duty and mine alone. Bearing in mind, both of us are busy.
Now with myself, I'm an earner. Do you understand? I'm bringing the bacon for real. Do you understand?
My G, aka bringing the bacon.
And kids in the future. From now, why would she stress
My
herself
G Paul.
being out, trying to earn the same thing that I already have? Sit down. Let's figure out something. I would have come home with a check and say, babe, how should we invest this?
And she's supposed to come out the kitchen with a freshly baked pie.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
says, "Babe."
does he not come across a bit chauvinistic in that little soundbite right there?
If we're gonna
Does he or does answer my question? Yes or no?
wait. if
No, there's no wait. Does he or does he not?
If we're gonna talk semantics, yeah, she's coming
Okay,
across.
we're being semantic, but
you
answer
don't-
my question
but
first.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You trying? What's with the assault?
Can you answer my question?
What was your question?
Be respectful and answer my question.
Is he coming? Oh, looky. Hey, listen, you're not gonna pull this whole chauvinistic female card on me tonight.
How am I chauvinistic
Trying to make me
female?
sound like Paul.
You're
you're not gonna
Paul.
pull the chauvinistic card on me and
Is he or is he not sounding chauvinistic? Okay.
A little bit because that's something that should be done by choice.
Exactly.
If she's nurturing in that way, remember I told you said she was nurturing. Is she still coming across nurturing to you? Don't know. Is she coming across nurturing? Yes or no?
Yeah, she still is, because being a housewife doesn't mean not wanting to be a housewife. Doesn't mean you're not nurturing.
You're missing out the details
What's the
here
details?
because she's an intelligent girl. You have to read. You got to listen closely when she speaks.
Mm-hmm.
She said he used to. What she say about his sheets and cleaning?
Basically,
whatever.
look after himself.
If she has kids, after he's gone out and he's done his providing, as he put it, and comes home, he's the one that's gonna feed the kids, clean the house and clean the sheets. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, that's not what she's saying.
No, wait, because you're using this as a base for your argument that she is nurturing. Does that sound like someone who's nurturing though? If you're complaining about doing the sheet, you both sleep on the sheets. They live together. She just moved in. You sleep on the sheets.
Yes.
You expect him to go out, come back late at night and still wash the sheets that both of you have been sleeping on. Meanwhile, you've been in the house.
How do you know she's been in the house? She's not housewife yet.
But clearly, she said, if someone says to you, wait, if someone says to you, I'm relaxed. No, I'm relaxed. But if someone says to you, he brings his work home with him, he doesn't spend time with me, straight away I've painted the picture of, okay, so you have more time on your hands, he doesn't. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
So now, who should be doing that side of things? If you have more time on your hands, what should you
No,
do?
there should be like we said with everything, there should be a balance. If you're getting home first, it makes sense that whoever is, if the husband is getting home first or the woman's getting home, whoever's getting home first
should deal with
what needs to be done, whether that's cooking or cleaning or whatever.
I don't like when people try to transfer problems because you have a problem with this now. You're transferring it to this. It doesn't make any sense. Yes, he's not giving you love and affection. But let's be practical here. It doesn't mean that you should leave dirty sheets and all of this stuff either because he used to do it for himself. You're in your feelings. Hone in on that.
On those points.
And so changed once Shoma moved in?
In terms of how I behave.
You get lazy.
No. Let's not be toxic, babe. Look, this is what it is, right? How can I put this?
Now he's lazy.
Let's say last client finished by 9:30. So okay, whereabouts am I? The Bulgari, Knightsbridge, right? 10 minutes from home. So Choma works in the city. 20 minutes.
30 minutes.
20 minutes from home.
Who's being paid here?
So if she gets home, she finishes at 5.
So that 10 minutes.
And, she's home.
So the difference apparently.
Traffic, all of that. Maybe 6. And I get home 9:30. Have you made a plan? Don't you think it's a bit practical to kind of consider that your partner may be coming home? But wait, this is for you, Denise. Do you think that?
I can understand what you're saying, and there does seem to be a few hours to spare. However,
No. See, when she comes with a however now, that's where the problem comes in. He's going to be like, wait, what do you mean, however, what are you about to defend now?
Tell her.
No, I'm not here to tell anyone, just so you understand. I'm here to listen.
You just agreed with what I said.
No, it's not a case of agreeing. I said I understand. No, but just the way therapy works is you two discuss things, and I'm an intermediary. So I don't.
That's not what's happening. What's happening is, if she comes up with a point, you're quick to say, yeah, cool. What do you think about it? And then when you clearly agree with me on something, you're not asking her the same question.
Right.
What's going on?
So can I just say, bear with me, the reason I go to you...
Why did she do that though? See, she did the whole bear with me thing here.
Because she can see Choma wants to jump in.
And then earlier also when Choma was like, you're being rude.
Yeah.
She was like, I got it from here, don't worry. Like, it feels very tag teamish.
No, it doesn't.
It does,
that's the male ego talking right there.
So you don't think I'm objective enough to put my male ego to the side to analyze this clip?
No, because you're putting yourself in his shoe and you're imagining yourself in that room and how that would make you feel.
If I had his same virtues and all of this stuff.
No, just you as a guy.
Me as a guy, I wouldn't feel the way he's feeling. I wouldn't have to. You think I would start getting rude and defensive?
No, but you might feel like maybe she's trying to take sides, depending on what we're talking about and whatever.
Because it was that however.
Okay.
The however was what threw it. If she said, there appears to be some hours left. Choma, what do you think about that? That's what I was expecting.
But let's wait. She hasn't finished her point. She's still talking.
It's gone off from that now, because now she's defending her professional qualifications and practice, whatever the word is.
You're not being vocal. Shoma is being very vocal. You're being vocal now, but the reason I was bringing everything back to you was because you weren't being vocal. And it's great to hear that now you have got things to say.
Being
because
vocal.
that's why
He
we're
asked
here,
you
isn't it?
about your
What the hell,
percentages.
are you trying to gang up on me on something? I'm paying
There you
for
go.
service. You should serve it equally. Do you understand? Like, make it make sense.
It's interesting to see the way that you both react. Can you see that you're reacting to each other?
Yeah, it's like every time I say something, he always has a rebuttal. Like, you never acknowledge what you do. You're late.
Neither do you.
You're childish. You take 2 hours to respond to my messages, and you have an issue with the conversation that I have with my friends.
How would you like him to change?
She says the conversation with the friend thing, like she thinks that's right.
Yeah, that's her rights and that's normal.
Yes, that's her right, fine. But
if your partner has expressed, please do not talk about me to your friends, then that's a line that you don't need to be crossing again.
You proceed, you carry on.
Yeah, that's
whatever
straight out
effect
disrespect,
that has on your relationship, you have to
wear that.
You got to wear that.
With you, what would you like to see different?
Okay, I would like for Jamal to actually listen to me when I speak, for one. I would like you to take accountability and try and fix the things that I point out, because it's small things, it's very tiny, and I feel like we could move past it if you just accept the fact that sometimes you can be childish, yeah, and sometimes you're late. That's it.
Is there anything that you want to respond to with regards to Deborah?
I feel like just do not compare me. Like, no one likes being compared. How would you like if I compared you to one of my best friends?
Well, if you were behaving, then maybe I wouldn't be comparing you to other people.
Wait, are you my mum?
There's
Oh,
things
boy.
that you do that I don't like, and I just want to seek advice from my friends.
It's
And
enough
when
for
she
me.
tells
Don't
what
say
her
that.
boyfriend's doing, it's even raising the bar even higher because you can do that too.
So your friend has a boyfriend that you compare. Do you compare?
Oh, Barry, don't finish. You don't
Raise
finish with
the
that.
bar, you know.
You don't finish with that. I'm getting.
So you telling your man that you're basically telling them he's less than because he's not doing
what your friend's man is doing. That's why I said.
And now he is the measuring stick for how he should improve himself.
Hence why I would say to our babes, go and meet Mansa's man.
He's your bar.
I'll be like, oh, Barry,
Climb that bar.
you don't finish with that. I'm taking my mic off and I'm done. He's the bar. Go and climb the bar.
Oh my
He's
God.
go
Yeah,
climb
no,
that bar.
no.
I think, I'd be done. I'd be done, man.
Because there's
I would
no
be
way
done.
she would accept that if the shoes was on the other
If
foot.
he kept talking about his friend's girl,
Yeah. His friend's girl does him like this, does him like that. She's always on time. She's cooking this. She's romancing him. She's doing. Are you alright? It's a wrap. That's
a wrap.
war.
that's war.
So don't do that, babes. No. That's not nice.
Nah. That man wants to be a provider and wants to be wealthy. His inadequacy is on full display. Anyways. Should we go into the comments? Anyways, fuck that. Nah, but all of this is toxic though.
Yeah.
All this is toxic.
Let's finish it.
Yeah. Okay. There's not a lot left, man.
Okay, so it's only a couple of minutes.
Alright.
Taking her out weekly.
I don't think we're gonna hear
you
anything
know,
different from
buying
what
her
we've heard already.
gifts, all these sort of things. I'm gonna look at my relationship as well and evaluate it. That's just it. And I'm just bringing it to Jamal, and hopefully he can work on it. It's not that. What I really like about Mansa's
Work on it,
boyfriend
you know.
is that he's proactive. He doesn't have to be told what
She's
to
still
do.
talking.
If Mansa
Oh my
wants
God.
gifts, if Mansa wants a meal, he's already on it before she has to say. And Jamal really needs to
You know what Mansa's boyfriend would do right now if he was disrespectful? Take a guess.
I don't know. Tell me.
If he was a sleazebag
Yeah.
and he's watching this right now, what impression has
Ting-a-ling-a-ling, Deborah.
Thank you. She sounds like she wants to fuck Mansa's boyfriend. No disrespect to her. I don't know her. I'm not trying to, talk down on her, but I'm just going off of
Can't she
the
just be?
information.
Can't she just be impressed by how that man is?
Oh yeah, she's
looking
impressed by
after
the
her friend.
idea of him, yes. So all he has to do is propose a situation where she can get the same treatment that Mansa's getting. And it sounds like a good deal, no?
You mean with Mansa's man, not her own man?
Yes. I'm saying if he was a sleazebag.
Okay, because there's one thing like looking at somebody and saying, oh, I really admire how, this person tends to their partner. Yeah, and you think in your mind, I wish my partner could offer what this person's offering.
Sorry.
Can I finish, please? Could offer what this person's offering, right? This is all in your mind. But then, how now you relay that, that's what really counts. This angle is definitely not going to get you results because you're already diminishing everything that he's done because it's not as good as Mr.
Okay, so let me
Mr.
ask you
whoever
a
over here.
question.
I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
Why are you laughing?
Go on.
Yeah, that's when now you use your wits about you and you learn how to speak to your partner, innit? You know how we all know how we can get our own way with the people that we love. Yeah, there's certain words and certain things that you can say and do that will make you get your own way.
Really?
Yeah.
These two don't.
Don't what?
Or let's just say these lot don't know how to do that.
Well, yes, that's why
I
there
don't
are
want to just
problems.
bring it to the females. The men too don't know how to do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying people who have sense, that's what they should. I'm not saying they don't have sense, but people who are more mature in not necessarily age, because age ain't got shit to do with maturity, but emotional maturity. and intellectual maturity to a certain degree. Yeah.
Because you have to know how to relay it.
You have to know how to relay it. You're not trying to offend your person. It's all about uplifting and bettering. Like, you have to learn how to speak to express what you mean without offending your partner. You know,
if the mission is that to
exactly,
uplift and
better, empower, exactly,
just be better all
exactly.
Around. So let me ask you a question. Can I talk now? You finished?
I'm done.
Okay, cool. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. So what happens in a scenario where Mansa breaks up with her man? Yeah. She's done with Jamal.
Okay.
She sees Mansa's man, ex-man. With all of this,
playing in her mind,
big superhero image she has of him in her mind, now decides to move to her. Then, are you trying to tell me she's not going to be tempted? I'm not saying she's going to accept.
Yeah. The temptation might be there, but that's where now she has to look within and, you know, see where her virtues lie and decide what she wants to do. You know, because there's girl code, there's self-respect, there's all this.
There's girl code. So isn't there oversharing code? Isn't there?
Yes, there is.
An oversharing code.
She's already broken out.
So does she sound like someone who's quite aware of the codes?
People pick and choose though.
They pick and choose which codes.
Yeah, they wanna.
She can pick and choose girl code. She can pick and choose between girl code or not girl code. If we're going by that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, thinking. if she thinks it's just talking in it, she thinks she's just talking. She's not seeing any the damage or the consequences of, you know, speaking these very personal things to people who are not involved.
She might not see same thing. She might not see the damage in. Because after all, they're not together anymore. I'm single. He's single. Right?
That's potentially, yes. Anything can happen. They could end up, you know, romancing the stone.
It's a bit of a tangent. Romancing the storm.
The stone.
The stone. That's a classic movie still. But yeah, romancing the stone. What?
I don't know. It sounded nice.
Take a leaf out of his book.
Oh my god.
Does Jamal ever buy you gifts?
Ask her.
I mean, at the beginning of
in
fact, before we got together, actually, he did buy me gifts. But now it's definitely dropped. I don't really get much. Even like flowers or like chocolate, you know.
Is that a problem for you?
Yeah, 100%. I love gifts, and that's just like my love language, and Jamal knows that. So at the start of the relationship, me and Jamal went on so many dates. He was treating me like a princess. We were going out on dates, he was buying me gifts, you know, we were spending a lot of quality time together. But now Jamal is the complete opposite. He's completely fallen off, and it's like he doesn't care.
Like, Deborah's love language is a bit confusing sometimes. Me personally, I think it's wishy-washy. Like, 1 minute it's giving gifts, next minute it's quality time. Like,
what did I tell you?
Both of them at the same time, but one thing is always outweighing the other. I don't mind it, but I'd rather.
We had this conversation.
Quality time, right?
The last time when I saw this bit, when I saw the end bit when she said the thing about gifts and that, and I'm like, boy, she needs to decide which is more important.
Yeah.
Because
he can send you gifts and him not be there.
Yeah.
But you got your gifts, right?
So is your love language quality time?
It doesn't have to be in your time zone.
If it's quality time, then
let it be quality time.
Let it be quality time, and then within quality time,
then other things
will come and fall into place. But you have to put the most important thing first.
The most valuable thing
first. The most valuable thing first.
Not material things.
Exactly. Because if he didn't have money to buy you gifts, you know,
would you still want his time?
But all in all, what's your closing take on this?
People just need a bit more emotional maturity before entering into relationships. I mean, obviously we're all learning as we're growing. You know, no relationship is perfect. You know, and there's, you know, people face a lot of challenges, and, you know, we're growing. You're learning each other every day. The two people who started in that relationship will mature and evolve and
won't necessarily be the same two people
who are at point X or point Z or point Y.
But it's all about, but if you're doing the best to see eye to eye
exactly
the whole way through, you will notice the changes and you will address them and grow together as they're happening. So you be present in the relationship.
That's it.
Yeah.
Being present, always checking in on each other. That's what's important.
I think. Do you think that people choose life partners but don't realize that you can't choose a life partner and just put things in autopilot? Like, you have to actually pay attention to this person.
Yeah.
Like,
it's real work.
To some degree, you're actually responsible for this person's well-being.
Yeah, you are.
Vice versa, like emotional well-being, mental well-being.
Yeah, physical, everything.
Like,
you're in charge of this other person.
Of this other person. It's almost like you're adopting each other.
Yeah.
People don't.
You're taking responsibility for this other human being.
Yeah.
That even before you take vows, if you want to take vows, that you love and cherish and honor and respect and
you should
provide for and all that stuff.
You should already be doing that before the vows.
Exactly.
Like, the vows don't really mean nothing. Your actions are the real vows.
Those are the words right there.
Yeah.
Actions. So yeah, that's what it boils down to.
But listen, I'm not a relationship expert. I'm a human being. I'm flawed myself. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I hope these lot, fix their issues, but I'm not gonna say what I think will happen. But I'll just leave it there.
I mean, whatever the ending is, just
I hope they learn
happiness and growth.
Yeah, I hope they learn from it and grow from it. But I need to top up. I gotta make another green tea, man. Because apparently there's part 2. There's more stuff.
There's more to come. See you in the next one. Bye.